You see what Foresight TV, number one urban entertainment music channel. This is Music Box, brought to you by Ghana's number one telecommunications network, MTN. We do for you everywhere you go, and Gene XPs are inside Dance Man. It's now time for that exclusive interview, with Africa's dancehall king, Shatta Wale. It's been a long time coming, but today he's here at the Foresight TV studio for that exclusive interview. Over the weekend, he broke record, the first African artist to ever host an online concert with groundbreaking numbers, man. He has over 200,000 views, and today he's here to talk about that. Shatta Wale.
What's up?
What happened?
Everything cool.
Now Corona days, so we had a shake out. I go do it. But how have you been though?
Oh, I'm good. I think I'm a bit tired, because I feel stressed more, but I'm good. Say 3 weeks for this preparation, no easy.
Now, great. Since you talk about preparations, let's talk about the Faith concert from the whole setup. What motivated you to do this concert for the people, Shatta Wale?
Yeah, maybe the situation we find ourselves in, because I see, the way. This whole thing started and people were just scared, everybody was afraid, people didn't know what to do. I was like, no, let me just, say a little prayer, so I like the Bible a lot. So as I pray small, I just say, let me just try and put up something like this for my fans. So at least, it will give people some hope, and the only, word that came into my mind that time was faith, so I was like, no, it would be nice if I held a faith concert, for Ghanaians as a whole, and the world too, because I have fans all over the world too, so I just sit down where I just structure some few things, and I think that was what brought about this.
I would say congratulations going out to you because the numbers were amazing. You set a groundbreaking record. Now, how proud are you, as a Ghanaian and as an African to put this out here in Africa?
Well, I wouldn't talk of like pride or proud or anything, but I feel it's a direction I got from God. But I believe, sometimes in life like that, I can't say I'm ready now. What am I say? So basically, I just thought that doing this should encourage other acts to also do it, because it's not by my might or by my power or because I'm too talented or something. But I felt the situation at stake made me do what I did, and I felt like giving back to the society. Sometimes people feel we just have to go to the prisons, the children's home, but people also need entertainment to refresh their minds. That's why most people like to watch Foresight TV, because somebody has watched news from morning to evening and wants to be and be entertained. So I feel it's a plus for me that I'm always close to God and He can give me a direction like this. So I'll say it's a blessing, and I believe other artists are also blessed to get this kind of direction. So we can also.
Great. I've been a fan of Shatta Wale for so long. From way back till now, I'm still a fan. Every concert I come to your concert, but there's something special about Shatta Wale concerts. Anytime you have a concert, it rains in the morning. Just before the concert, or just before the concert, there's a rain. Faith concert, it rained in the morning, and then just before you started the show in the evening, there was a low showers. I don't know where this is coming from, but I don't know. So tell us about it, because it's been constant for so many times.
I know, but I feel it's the kind of covenant I have with God, because I think I communicate with God so much, and anytime I want His directions, and like they say, showers of blessings. I always want to get His blessings. Anywhere I go to, and I faced that too in America too before. Like one time when Boogie Down Nima had my first concert in New York, we were leaving the hotel and it was drizzling, and I told him, hey, is it going to rain? And he was like, no, it's not going to rain. But I've come to realize that anytime I have a concert, God wants to bless it for me. God wants me to know that He is around, He's watching, and like I've written in my studio, God is always here. I believe He always wants to be around me and bless me before I start everything. So I feel good about it, and I like the way people are really recognizing that too.
Shatta Wale, history has been made today. Tell people something.
Well, I'm so glad, I'm so happy for making this happen. Earlier on when the rain was falling, I actually had to pray in my room and tell God, they should give me this one opportunity to prove to the world that, you know, I can do this. And I really thank God first for this, and I really thank everybody for really making this happen.
But is there going to be another fake concert from Shatta Wale?
Well, it's not going to be a fake concert, but it's going to be maybe my album launch, you know, because I'm about to launch my EP, you know, this Friday. Yeah, so I believe the next concert will also have its theme, because we are in an environment where sometimes, you know, we just have to follow the way the time and the system goes so we can all, you know, play a role.
At the concert, I interviewed you and you spoke about, you know, Vybz Kartel. I asked the reason why, you know, you unfollowed everyone and you just let Vybz Kartel to be the only person you are following. It seems like you have a personal affiliation with Vybz Kartel. You said you were fighting for his freedom. What's Shatta Wale doing towards this movement?
Well, you mean like Vybz Kartel's movement?
Yeah, Vybz Kartel's movement.
Yeah, basically, you know, I feel this is a great talent that doesn't have to go waste, you know. I believe he's got, you know, his own problems with his country and where he's coming from. But I think we as fans, you know, I grew up as a Vybz Kartel fan, you know, and me doing dancehall to a certain level should tell people who I've really followed, and he's the only person that I've really like emulated. I've really watched, you know, his kind of way, how he does business with music, and I really love it so much. So I think me to fight for Vybz Kartel's freedom is only to show him that loyalty on social media, because I've not met him personally, but he's been so much nice to me on, you know, social media. Anytime he wants to post my stuff, he comments under my stuff, and I really thank God for him for doing that for me. So it's a must that if you know, he has fans in Africa and everybody loves him like that, I believe, you know, people can also emulate me and also follow him, so we can all fight for his freedom, because he's one talented artist.
Great. Now this year started 2020. There was All Out 2020 for Shatta Wale. We were expecting, you know, that dancehall song to come from Shatta Wale, but you swayed us a little bit with Aquility. There was a different version of Shatta Wale in there. The bounce was different. What inspired that switch for you, Shatta Wale?
Well, I think it's the growth of music, you know. I believe we've had like instances or times where, you know, this is the kind of like genre or type of music that is on the market, you know. And me as a musician, I see music as business. That's why they call it showbiz. So anytime I see the trend move in a certain direction, I really want to fight hard and get to that direction so I can make some small coins from there. Because it's very important, because I realized that Africa is growing, and when you check from, you know, from the diaspora, from the Caribbeans, from, you know, certain places, you see that Nigerians have really put Afrobeats on the world market, you know, and everyone is talking about Afrobeats. And I feel if Nigerians are our neighboring countries and like our neighboring country, and they just doing what is right for the world, why don't we all support it? Because we've also tried with hip life. Hip life couldn't take us there, but Afrobeat is now there everywhere. Everybody's talking about it. So I felt like, no, why don't I also enter into that market? Because I always tell people, it's just like Mokola that people have not bought their shirts yet. So I feel, let me just also buy my small shirt and start selling my tomatoes before people come into the market. So I feel it has given me that mileage too, and people are really loving, you know, my Afrobeat.
I want to take you to Banjul. Now, what do you think Afrobeats originated from, Shatta Wale?
Well, I think he originated from Nigeria. Anybody that tells you he came from Ghana, sometimes, you know,
because you know, I read a little bit about Afrobeats, and you know, Afrobeat is a composition of, you know,
high life
music.
Yeah.
So if in my point, I'll say Afrobeat is from Ghana, because high life is from Ghana.
Okay, because you are Ghanaian, so you want to fight for Ghanaians. I understand.
No,
but sometimes you see the reality of the whole thing is nobody in Ghana ever, you know, nurtured that word Afrobeat. I get what I'm saying. Nobody in Ghana brought out that word. It was Fela. that I got to know that from. You know, I learned music in school. Like I really studied music in school, like Winneba Secondary School. So I know much about E.T. Mensah. I know much about, you know, the Ephraim Amus and stuff. So when I really read much about Fela and I saw no, he was doing like Afrobeat, I was like, wow, that's good. But you know, me seeing a colleague like Burna Boy, Davido, you know, Wizkid, all of them, you know, following that trend, I was like, okay, then I think this thing is really.
Because all these people tapped it from Fela, and Fela at a point in time in his life, you know, came to Ghana to learn about the whole highlight thing. That's why I would say Afrobeat is from Ghana.
Well,
but the name maybe.
That's what I'm saying. If it was high life, if it was high life, I would say yeah, it came from Ghana. But you see, sometimes people can steal small and change and you know shape things. You know, Nigerians, they are like fast people, 419. No, they just 419. It is high life though, but they've made it Afrobeat, and we have to accept it. You know, no matter what, we are all Africans. You understand me? So I believe we understanding that. Okay, Afrobeat. Okay, Fela, you know, took a bit of that from Ghana. It's a plus for us, but we shouldn't fight it, but follow the trend and make it, you know, business for us.
But others also believe that it was a Ghanaian that promoted the whole Afrobeat brand to make it big. I mean, you can talk about a song like Fuse's Azonto.
Okay.
Azonto was Afrobeat. It was big out there in the UK, and that was when the whole Afrobeat started with, you know, Fuse's Antenna.
Okay.
So I think we should just fight as Ghanaians, you know, for the Afrobeat culture.
No, I know, but you see, when you talk about we fighting for it as Ghanaians, I understand, but sometimes you should just understand the reality of the whole thing. That let's call it a spade a spade. You know, when you know Fuse, when Fuse did it, Fuse said Azonto. Fuse is one artist that I really love so much. I listen to him a lot. He's really lifted the flag of Ghana high. You know, when it comes to like world music. But I feel. I didn't hear Afrobeat from Fuse, but maybe the beat trend, you know, Ghanaians would like to dance. So the way maybe the composition of the beat was, maybe people can say it's Afrobeat, but we started hearing Afrobeat now from Nigerians, and I think we need to give them an applause, because I feel I'm doing business if I have to go and sell my music now. I think I have a market where I can sell my music well, you know, due to what they've discovered for all of us. You know, it's just like me trying to create a virtual concert and people will follow it up. You know, I don't want to take the whole credit, but you know, together we can all, you know, do it.
Since we're talking about Afrobeat, you know, last year we were here and Beyonce dropped an album. We saw Dancehall King Shatta Wale on there with that song already. You know, Shatta Wale promoting that brand, you know, that African brand in that album. How did that come up for you? I mean, the whole Beyonce link up for you to get on the album. Tell us the story behind that.
Well, briefly, I'll just say that I was in the studio when, you know, I got a call from my team, you know, that we had this collaboration from Beyonce, you know. So I was like, which Beyonce? And they were like, the real Beyonce. I was like, I did talk of like I'm a summer on Beyonce, you know, because you know, but you know, the whole thing was like, yeah, it was me they wanted on the track, and in fact, I just thank God first, you know, because to record with a top-notch artist like Beyonce or Jay-Z is one of the greatest like results, you know, of music. You know, like your WAEC results just came and it was 11 ones or 8 ones. Yeah, you know what I mean. So I just felt so happy about it. So basically, they sent us the data, and you know, we start recording, everything goes smooth. We send back to them. And you know, after we sent it to them, I was just praying, because you know, these people are strict people. You know, I know a lot of people are like, but why didn't you put pam in it and stuff? I was like, yo, this is a project. You understand me? This is a project she was doing, and I didn't want to play with it. I wanted to be serious with the project. So basically, everything went well. They came back and they were like, they've accepted the lyrics and everything, and that was like a plus.
But did you ever meet Beyonce around when this whole project was going on? Did you ever meet Beyonce?
No, I didn't meet her, but I think after the project.
After the project?
Yeah, after the project. Yeah, I went to America too. We've actually shot the video, but yeah, you know.
And when is that coming out?
It's their project, so maybe they might decide, but it's been great because
we saw you jump on an Afrobeat tune with Beyonce. What's so special about Shatta Wale that you were picked out of amongst all the Afrobeat artists out here in Ghana? They took Shatta Wale, who is a dancehall king, a dancehall president, to be on that particular song, which is Afrobeat.
Well, I'm versatile. That's what I'll say. And I believe, if people really watched like Beyonce's interview, she was like, they were looking for the best of artists, in Africa. And, I was one of them that they picked. So I don't think there's anything special so much about me, but it's my versatility. I believe because I can do dancehall, I can do Afrobeats, I can do Palogo, gospel, that's why maybe they got into me, because I am music, I'm not just a musician, but I love dancehall, which, I always want to defend. But when it comes to music to make money, music for commercial use, music for, anything, I'm there, because that one, you don't have to forget, that's where the money comes.
I don't want to ask you about the number of songs you do, so because I know say you lose count. So.
No, that one there, I don't know if you count.
But let me give you some round figure.
Round figure.
From Shatta Wale.
Oh no, I can boldly say I have over like 10,000 songs now.
10,000 songs?
Yeah, because I have like a Windows like setup, and I have Apple setup, and the number of songs I have on my Windows. Man, Charlie.
Like myself, I get folder from my laptop. The songs alone for the folder.
Sometimes I want people to just understand that, Charlie. We do show like 9 days, 10 days, or we will not finish.
Nice one, man. So you know what? I'm gonna pause here. We're gonna watch a video, and then when we come back, we'll talk more. Right. Check out the video.
What has it that my favorite guest is somewhere in the crib over there, and we are gonna go there and catch up with him real quickly, and I can introduce him on Foresight TV Extreme. This is how we are taking our interviews to the next notch. My guest, is he there? I think I see manager, but once you catch this manager, then you know who I'm talking about, right? Okay, so in 3, 2, 1, can I call the man Shatta Wale? I feel like I'm introducing him on stage already,
But it's no stage though.
It's on stage, I know, right? What's good, homie? I see you are chilling. Whoa. I don't know whether to take it to the recent back or the recent way back. I don't even know where to start my line of questioning from. But first off, I see you've turned Rush City upside down. This is the first time I'm seeing someone rock the words the opposite direction. Is that intentional? Is that a new trend?
Yeah, man, we're just trying to, spell the rules right, and as you know, Shatta Wale always controversial, There's a Rush City.
Turned upside down.
That's one of my new clotheslines, coming out. So,
Oh yeah. I like that. So right about now, if you're watching Foresight TV Extreme, from henceforth, make sure you flip the script. Get it? Flip the script. Yeah. The script.
Rewrite the rules.
Rewrite the rules. I like that. I'm a guest in your house right now, so you should take me around. Charlie, but if I treat guests, guests come down.
But you guests, they come out, if you no knock. How you gonna become like that? It's all cool, but this is just my new place I got.
All right.
I'm just trying to finish the place, but I just have my crew here right now.
Yeah.
Just to have a feel of the place. That's my whole crew there.
Let's go over there and chat with the man there.
Yeah, man, that's a go-go, man. That's my crew from London, man.
What's good? Agogo.
Shout movement for life, man.
Oh, you're right.
Agogo.
Yeah, Agogo, man.
That name's the lady's name, it's taken, right? He's a ladies man, right?
When I need girls, is my man, man.
Shouts to you, man. Nice one. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, that's Salty, man.
Salty.
Yeah, that's one of my supportive CEOs in Shatta.
Oh. Yeah. So moving from Agogo to Salty, I've got
that's Deporty, man.
Deporty.
Yeah, Deporty. This is my godfather for the movement, man.
What's up? Yeah, man, I'm cool, man, bro. I'm cool. Jay Foley, as you know, man.
I'm loving the way either some word or one after something is flipped the other way.
Yeah, this is actually Blame Society. This part of the Rush City stuff, I made all of this from the United States, and I think it's soon gonna be in the industry. People are gonna
love it.
Yeah, straight crazy, man.
I like that.
Yeah,
and you can do me the honors on this one.
Yeah, don't worry, you are my crib, man. Let me just relax, man. You're a visitor. This is my brother, my father, my
everything, man.
Yeah, man.
That's Bulldog.
You're everything.
Yeah, my everything. He's my girl.
Yeah, he's
actually.
love.
So two of us will be game.
Yeah, man.
We are games. Yeah, you know that's Bulldog. You know, that's my
Shouts to Bulldog, man.
Exactly. You know, welcome to our space. You know, it's a new place we're looking at. You know, and like he told you, he's trying to put the whole place together. You know, I'm loving the place already. I'm trying to move from home. I'm sorry, wifey, but I gotta come and be with my girl right there, man. Yeah, that's what's up. So, Charlie, you're welcome.
I'm welcome.
You know, but you know, I just want to let everybody know that is this man who really urged me to get this place. And, you know, we just have to, thank him so much.
You know what? Once we're here, let me capture this moment. Why did you choose Bulldog to manage you?
Well, I feel Bulldog really understands what dancehall is. He really understands my type of life. He really thinks I do things that can really move him in terms of his management as well. So I actually begged him to manage me.
I was gonna say Sark. They say Sark called Esud called Sark. We don't know who called who. So I was gonna ask, did you take 25k or 30k?
But this one, me I call him. And I pay him 25k.
As he hits my account before we start with. I don't play them games.
Yeah, but yo, listen, man. Tell them about Johnny.
You know, last few words, you know.
Yeah.
You know, Mombe, you been to Mombe?
Mombe.
Mombo clat, and don't cut that. Mombo clat.
Yo, this is one of those second CEOs. His manner, man. You know, I believe when you watch my outfit and stuff, you're gonna really be thinking about it. But he's the one supporting for everything I wear, man. You know, and you know, in the Shatta movement, we have people playing their roles, man. I say, he's one of the biggest man in the movement, and you know, his manner.
To Mana.
He doesn't like talking.
He doesn't like talking.
The girls.
He likes the girls. So we're still hanging out inside Shatta's crib, and as you can see, well, so much excitement in the place. I met the boys, they did a self-introduction, and everyone's got Shatta down. Right now we're going into the kitchen where my man seems to be making something. I see him trying to do some chicken. I don't know whether the chicken has been cooked already before it was brought here, or he did it himself.
No, you can't say that. You know, I like cooking.
First off, welcome into your kitchen, though.
Yeah, man, welcome.
I see he's holding $100 bills and talking to the $100 bills. You call a person back on the money.
I didn't
For real, man. Can I have a feel of the dollars, man? Yeah. This is for real. This is real, yeah. It ain't fake.
Work hard, you know.
You play hard.
One of my bills I got paid from the United States, man. You know, I work hard, man.
Shatta movement for
Right.
This is the kitchen, man. Take me through a typical Shatta kitchen, because I'm seeing lots of red cup. I'm seeing Hennessy. Talk to me, man.
Well, I think you were even late because you know we're just you know we're just drinking. But no, if you really want
Yeah, I'm hungry. Shatta, do you cook?
Yeah, I cook. You know.
The last time you were at Live FM Studios and we asked you about food, you and Sark, you took us through some meal, some soup, and you just put the goats inside, and you said the goats is sent to come naturally.
Yeah, you know, like naturally, you know, onion, you know, put like small tomatoes
Inside.
You just add some goat meat and naturally they're sent to come. That's how you do.
That's how you do.
Like what I like doing best is like, you know, frying chicken, you know, like some beef, and, you know. So I like cooking.
So let's see what meal you have in your kitchen for today.
Yeah, actually, I told myself I was gonna cook for my crew today, you know.
All right. So well, we've seen plenty bills. I've seen red cups. I think you should offer me something to take. I see Hennessy. I mean,
but
I'm drinking rum.
It's just so much happening. That's why. Let me tell you something.
Okay. All right. So
are you gonna take Hennessy or?
Yeah, I'll take Hennessy. I'll take a Hennessy. Okay, let me try this out. So when you come to Shatta's script, that's how you open your bottle of Coke, yeah?
Straight.
So I just mix a little Hennessy and a little Coke. Cheers. Yeah, cheers to.
Crib,
I like that.
What's that?
This is hot, man.
Now you come out.
Now I come your house.
Now you come out. Oh, you want some cubes?
We'll get to the cubes later.
What's
Before
my Yeah.
So aside from the shows, typical Shatta at home, what you do?
What I like recording because you can see my crew here, you know.
Yeah.
This is a mini setup that
We'll be going to that side show.
Yeah, when I travel with, and apart from that, you know, I just like to cook a bit, you know, play games, you know, and party. You know, that's me.
Two things: party, cook. So what food is on the house tonight for?
Oh yeah, I made some chicken though. Let me just see.
Shatta made chicken. Let me clear some space. Shatta made chicken. Oh, chicken for me. Oh! No. Bring that back. We won't eat this one though, but music. I see there's a music session going back there. So yeah, mama's holding money, right? So there's a studio session over here right now, and I know Shatta is that one person who is always recording everywhere he goes. You did say him in essay, so I saw with my own two eyes. He's a very hardworking person. So I do have a sound engineering background, so I understand this whole setup over here. But this is something that artists do, and it shows the hard work that they have a mobile studio. I see what's going on here right now. Can you just take me through?
You know, since there's a new place, I'm just trying to set up. You know, and as you can see, that's my mini studio. I travel with it every time, and you can see two guys around.
Yeah, I want to get to know them.
These are just guys, man. And that's Batman Prom. If you listen to my Chroma tune, you will hear his name inside. He's one of the baddest man. I would say when you talk about Shatta movement, these are my two financial managers.
Good.
You know, they advise me.
Financial manager, you should take this money from his hand though. He took it from the kitchen. It was in the plate.
The movement though, still the movement.
You know, they will tell you, I love money. So when we're around, we just try to put up stuff like that.
Okay.
And it's prom. That's KB, man. That's KB.
Yo,
King Bunny,
big man.
Yeah, man.
like that.
Yeah, man.
So it's a recording going on now. Is it one of the?
This is a brand new joint. We're gonna shoot a video in Miami. Actually, courtesy one of my biggest men in the United States. His name is Love Mando. People, it's underground, man.
Underground.
So we're gonna shoot this video. It's a tragedy, man. We still
I
respect.
tell you that most people's eyes are rolling where the money goes. So we follow the money.
Yeah, this man is my fans, man. If you know you're a Shatta Wale fan, man, just come for one, man.
I know that.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, go.
Roll it.
Everybody hold it. Hold it. Yeah, this is Shatta Wale and you're watching
Funny guy. I'm sure you laugh so many times. But like, all you want to say, anytime you do some side, there's so much energy in there.
Yeah.
Tell us about that experience, though, Shatta.
First of all, I'd like to say thank you to Ignis of Foresight because that's one great move there. Because sometimes God gives us directions, but we fail to accept. I think I was there once when he told me he wanted us to have an interview, and so this is like a secret because everybody believed that was my house.
Yeah.
You know. So, actually, you know, that time to save small, so I actually passed some dollars small. We went to one of the hotels. You know, he rented a suite, and because he wanted to have a very sweet interview. Yeah. So we went to the hotel, and we really did that interview. But I just want to say kudos, because everybody thought it was my house too. But that was, a dream come true. Now I have like houses like that.
Yeah. So I would say it was planned, but maybe they try to tell you something like this, it can't happen to you, and you surpass something.
When it was here, I was like, this guy too. I don't know say I'm Nima boy. I don't know, but today, like I have like houses like that. When I'm like reflecting and thinking about that, I go like, no, he has a foresight, and that's why he has foresight too.
Because the story, I know a bit of the story. He says you were feeling a bit reluctant when he asked you to look back off for you guys to go on.
Because I'm not the type of guy that wants to like fake to the fans, but I really understood, with the direction he was trying to explain when it comes to showbiz, because sometimes we need to sell certain things out there. And today, because of him, I can show my cars, like my real, and they are my real stuff, like I can show my kitchen, show some dollars and
I see something on Snapchat, say you get some $2 million balance. right now, what be the balance? Ask questions, what be the balance?
I always tell people I like saving, so I have like, my bank manager's always advising me on what kind of money I can save and get some profits out of, like you get maybe 200,000 Ghana, 300,000, you put it here, you can make this, That's how come I can buy cars, because I don't really buy cars from money I get today and want to buy a car with it.
Okay.
Like I power them, save them small. So basically, I have this dollar account to that and money is small.
We believe that story. Now let's come back to Ghana. Let's talk about your upcoming projects. You mentioned you're dropping a project this Friday. Tell us a little bit about the project you're dropping this Friday.
Well, it's called it's an EP. I'm just dropping it for my fans on the streets, because sometimes I feel I don't want to just leave the link. I just always want to keep the link with them, and that EP is titled "The Manacles of a Shatta." Manacles in the sense that it's like two chains joined together. You understand me? Like the hooks, like the locks of the chains joined together, and I really did found that name because I felt I didn't want to break the link with me and the fans, because it's the streets that really push my songs for me to get to this commercial level and this mainstream kind of music level. So I always want to let them know I've not forgotten about them. So when you listen to this EP, it's strictly like when I started recording from Nima. The kind of vibes I used to pour out, the way the aggressiveness was, so when you listen to all of it, you're gonna hear like the struggles, the ups and downs, the pulling down and stuff like that. So and it's clean, but it's not clean, but it's street. People are gonna love it. I know the kind of people that I'm trying to send that message to, and I just say kudos to Nima and all my top shatters. From.
Are we getting another album this year from Shatta Wale?
Yes, that's what I'm working on. That's what I'm working on. I'm working on like serious, songs, like songs for Africa and the world. That's why. I have some collaborations too.
There's no name for the album yet?
No, there's no name for the album. But it's going to
when I see you walk by the budget, the way you smile make me budget. When you touch me, I budget. Yeah, but I make I budget.
Shatta Wale, you mentioned earlier on that you're going to be having more concerts this year. I mean, the lockdown, there's been a prediction that it might go further. In case we should go on, let's say, another 2 weeks or a month lockdown, what is Shatta Wale going to do for his fans? Are we going to get another online show from Shatta Wale?
Yeah, because I believe if that is the way the world is going to go from now, I believe that is how we need to go. And maybe this time it wouldn't be me alone, but with a few colleagues here and there, so we can have some good security around and have some good entertaining period. Because I feel this coronavirus has really shut down businesses, halt down a whole lot of things from people. And
I mean, we're supposed to go on a tour.
yeah, on my US tour, you know, but it's really a big problem. But sometimes we need to, like I said from the beginning, that you know, when time changes, you know, you change with the time. We don't say it's 2 o'clock. When you see it's 2 o'clock, then you tell somebody, no, you want to leave like at 6 o'clock. You understand me? So I think this time maybe I might, you know, invite a couple of like few artists. You know, that is if they are game for it, because sometimes this industry too don't support, like you see when we were talking about me with the live band stuff. And yeah, I've been doing this, but people don't echo it into the ears of people. But because, you know, of favoritism and how, you know, want to run this industry, so sometimes when they don't even say it, I don't even bother, because I feel, you know, I have an agenda, I have, you know, a map that I'm following, and I just want to get to where I'm going before I do certain things. And I'm not the type that would always want to like impress people, but I just want to be me and just do my thing.
Yeah, that's true. Quick question though, I know you weren't expecting this, but Shatta Wale, I want to ask you, how's life after breakup? I'll catch you on that. How's life after breakup?
Life after, I think life to cry. Oh, what kind of life? Well, life after breakup, I'd say sometimes, you know, I've learned, you know, so sometimes I think it's good, for partners to stay apart to bring peace. You know what I'm saying? I think I've learned a lot of how to, you know, live with a woman. And you know, me, I'm the lover boy type. When you are my girl, I want to treat you good. I want to let you ride in the best car. I want to make sure you're living good, you know, give you money and stuff. But life after breakup has been worse, you know, like worse in the sense that food was a problem. You know what I mean? Me too, I don't like food, but food there was a problem, because, you know, I remember when I was with my girl, you know, she used to cook every morning and give me breakfast and stuff like that, but she not being there, that was the problem. And, you know, I used to, you know, plan with her with my businesses, you know, but, you know, she wasn't. I mean, I'm not good at calculations, so sometimes when she's around, I say, babe, this money, how can we share it so that we can get this money in the hand? But because she is good, she was good, she did marketing, like accounting and stuff like that. But I think it's been good for me as a lesson, you know, that, you know, maybe the next time I'm going into a relationship, I'll be careful with certain things. You know, we are not perfect. I believe I might have done certain things, she might have also done certain things, but she's a nice person, she's a lovely girl, and I always wish her good. And you know, I've always wished myself to that lack, that God should let us understand each other because of majesty, so we can, you know, share some good relationships.
But when was the last time you spoke to her?
Oh, it's been long. It's been long, bro. You know, it's been a long time.
It's been a long time you spoke to her.
Yeah,
sometimes do you miss her sometimes, huh?
Oh yeah, I do. You know, sometimes like I'm a comedian, I'm a DKB. You know, I make her laugh, and she laughs in a way that, you know, sometimes I miss that kind of laughter. You know, but that's what I'm saying. It's life. You know, I can't say I don't miss her. You know, that is being a coward. You know, I just would say like she's been so nice, and you know, I still miss some of the things though, like, you know, our laughter and sometimes a little fight here and there. You know, she's gangster too, so I like her gangster like that.
Alright, that's Shatta Wale for you on Live on Foresight TV. It's been a while, like I said, guys. It's been entertaining with him on the show today, but I'm not letting him go yet. Now, it seems like these days, you know, we not see Shatta Wale anytime Instagram live or Facebook live. He's going live with his fans, you know, always, you know, going back and forth, and a few issues happen. But I feel like these days, you come down small on that level. What happened with Shatta Wale?
Some small businesses where they run up and down. You know, like I'm into real estate now. You know, I have some properties I'm selling. You know, I have some other businesses that I'm attending to. So anything around, you know, I need to try and solve it. You know, apart from me having a manager like Bulldog, my dad is like the general manager for the whole movement. You know, sometimes I just need to crack my brains more, and most of the time, so I work at night and, you know, wake up in the morning around maybe 11, 12, and sometimes I feel tired. When you wake up, you have to do something else, you know. But when I feel like I'm okay, then I want to go live. But it's not that anything is stopping me. I think it's just, the whole problem is that I'm praying too much, and God is also giving me too much money. So I need to stop praying small and pray for some people. Okay. So now I even pray for some people that God, this one is okay. This money, give it to this guy, and give this money to this artist, so that we can, So basically, it's just those things that are keeping me like off, social media. So sometimes I go and post, don't come on and go. But this trip, I think that is what I'll do. I think with this coronavirus, people are bored.
Yeah.
So I think they need some.
Because a few people have been doing Instagram live lately. So we're going to see Shatta Wale do something of that sort, just to entertain the fans. You've done the biggest one. You raised the bar goal like this with a fake concert. The whole Africa, no one has done it online. But we're going to see Shatta Wale. There's new apps now.
Okay.
There's TikTok.
Yeah,
there's
TikTok. Yeah.
Are you going to see more of Shatta Wale on these apps?
TikTok is like, I think TikTok, they really watch me and they said, this guy, we can do something for people to even emulate him. And that's why TikTok even came about. Because, I tell people, like, I'm the only artist in Ghana that has his videos circulating with people emulating me. Most of the artists don't know how artistic this business is. They think it's all about, the fine boy level. But sometimes people, we are entertainers and we need to entertain people. And me, I have varieties. Apart from music, I can be an entertainer, I can be Rambo in a movie, I can be a shoemaker, I can be anything like when it comes to entertainment. So basically, I think people are going to see me do more things like that, and it's going to be nice. I see people going live on Instagram, I go like, hey, they may start here, they have to even call me the king of social media.
We will come back to that social media aspect. Let's talk about more serious matter. Amid this coronavirus, I interviewed you at your place, and you spoke about the government's efforts in fighting the coronavirus. Just last night, the president gave a speech. He addressed the state. He said a few things in there. Paying water bills for the next 3 months. Constant supply of electricity. What's your take on some of these initiatives by the government and the president?
Well, I think the government and the president himself has really thought wise of Ghana, and that is why on my show, the Day of the Faith concert, I was just saluting him and giving him all the appellations here and there, because I feel he is one great president that people should emulate. I was telling my dad all the time that I like the way he's really using certain tactics when it comes to governance, because this is a guy, I don't call him old man, I say he's a guy. The president's a guy. This is a guy that the dad has been into politics before. So he has experience when it comes to governance. I can imagine the kind of things that the father has even told him when he was small. So him doing stuff like things like this, I feel like it's just so marvelous, that he can really go down like this and care about his people, thinking about giving them free this, free that. He came with this free education thing, and most people never understood that, but it's working. And a period like this that he can come out and be supporting us like this, I don't see any African president doing this apart from him. So I believe we need to clap for him. Every morning when we wake up, the way people go to church and they clap, they need to be clapping for the president like that, because he's done so marvelously well that I feel say all the other political parties, they understand me, they just give him another 4 years. But what do you think?
I believe I'm making I believe that to the people of that one. But you mentioned you've been doing a few donations for the people. When is that happening, Shatta?
Well, I've already started, as we even came here, just when we came in, I had a call and I was like, you should start preparing, because we have to even visit some of the cells, in Accra, the police stations and, some corners, just to support, because what we are in right now is a serious situation that I feel the president doesn't have to do it alone. We also have to support, and me too, in my own way, I feel how much is one bag of rice, how much is sardine, and that we can organize something, or how much is rice and chicken. That we can also organize something and do so. But I think my next thing I'm going to do is just supply some things to the police stations and the cells, with the cellmates and stuff. So at least they can know that, somebody cares about them.
Shatta Wale, I know you to be, the Bible guy. You always, that God person. Anytime you wake up, you read the Bible. Even before you go make music, so you read Bible before you go do music. Amid this coronavirus pandemic in Ghana, we've had a few churches, closed down and all of that, having services from the house and stuff like that. But at some point, it came out that some pastors are demanding, money from the people that come to the church, to send them money through mobile money and stuff like that. Do you think it's right to be, taking money from people at this point?
Well,
they're just preaching the word out.
That is where the problem lies. The world has become like a very scary place, and because of greed and like what people want for themselves, it's making everybody think in a certain way that when you ask them why they are doing that, they want to give you their explanation. But we are in a period where I don't think pastors should even try that. You understand me? Your members come to church on motor collection. Now there is a problem. Collection for the past 30 years now. Where are those collections? That you can say, okay, so for your 30 years collection, you say, let me just try and buy some yam, rice, and things for you. But as at now, that coronavirus is killing your church members. Some of your church members don't get cars. They don't even have houses. They rent. You are still collecting tithes online. These are scammers, like hard Sakawa guys. And that's why sometimes people like Kennedy Ajepo will get pissed and start, bombarding some pastors. Somebody will say, oh no, sorry, Nyaminipa. No, Nyaminipa, you don't have Adobaye or that reason. You understand me? And it's sometimes painful when I see things like that, because I had time on Twitter and I was preaching to people about the word of God. Like I was, Sunday, 2 weeks, on a row. I think this Sunday was the only day I didn't have my church, and I don't need any money from anybody. It's God who gives, and Him who takes. So if He wants to take something from you, He can take it from you. If He wants to give you something, He can give you. So I believe we as humans should believe in the word of God than the men of God. Because if we want to believe in the men of God, we can't get to where we want to go to. But if we believe in the word of God, it can take us far. Because just imagine that coronavirus, your pastor is on Facebook and now Instagram preaching. Then he says after sending money, Pastor, don't you have money? Your Rolls Royce and things. No, because most of them are driving the best cars, they're living in the best houses. So what again do you want at this period that somebody needs to buy rice, take care of stuff? People are living with 8 children, 9 children. People are paying fees, a whole lot of things. But if I see things like that, like me, they make it feel some way this government forget them and ask them questions. Because the money they get, we don't get some. Me, if I get that money, I swear, the things I will do for Ghana. Because I've only seen some few pastors come out to donate some things. Some of them are still keeping the money. And that money, if you ask them, they will tell you how much money they are coming.
Alright, so moving on, Shatta Wale, just a few weeks ago, we saw big brands in the US, outside Africa, donating money to the government to help fight the coronavirus. Looking at a brand like Shatta Wale, with the account balance we see some time ago, are we going to see Shatta Wale do something like that, to help the government out here in Ghana to fight coronavirus? I mean, donating money wise.
Well, it's a dream, to be part of, something like that. But this is where I come in with our type or our way of work in Ghana here. As musicians, we've been in Ghana and we've been fighting for royalties for how many years now, and nobody cares. Nobody is even listening to us. You get what I'm saying? So these are the kind of things that, sometimes I say, when we don't work for certain times, when the rainy day comes, we all find ourselves wanting, because imagine I'm getting my royalties being paid, other artists are getting theirs being paid. We cannot support with this. The president won't even come out and say he wants or he's putting down $100 million to fight this thing. We can all come out and say, okay, Shatta is bringing, but is it the 2 million what they talk about? I tell you. The way I tell you before I get out. It's hard to even save. I get what I'm saying. So, when I'm even telling people like how much money I'm taking from shows and stuff like that, people go like, "Hey, are you sure?" But I tell them, "Yo, it's the way I carry myself and the way I want to see my brand grow." That is why, because I'm not the type that will disappoint you when it comes for like a concert. I'm not the type that will come and perform 10 tracks or 15 tracks. I want to perform 64, 94, 110. Here. So I work hard for this. So I believe like if our structures in music like are well managed, like with a period like this, it would be nice that you hear someone like Shatta Wale donating $8 million, Sarkodie bringing, but here as we are here.
Shatta Wale always gets a nice on that one. Just recently, you paid a few bills for some pregnant women.
Yeah.
I think over 30 pregnant women in Ghana.
Yeah. All because of this corona thing, because I feel those are the things I can do, and somebody was telling me, and why don't you take pictures, and why don't you, I told them, it's different when it comes to showbiz, it's different when it comes to things for business. You know what I'm saying? This is a situation where we are hearing people dying every minute, every second. You get what I'm saying? And I feel if I have volunteers to go around distribute things that I want them to do for me, like my PA, organizing a few cool with my security, just trying to get things across there. I think it's cool for me, because I think this is the period where we need to support, we need to show love, and that's why I'm showing so much love. That's how come you can see me even organize a faith concert, pay everything by myself and make sure I get everything done well, and just to entertain people, not to even take anything from them.
So Shatta, let's have your final words on the whole coronavirus situation out here in Ghana.
Well, what I just like to tell everybody is that we should try and stay safe, and we should also adhere to what the government and the president is trying to always say to us, that staying home is better, because they know how to save the economy, but how to save lives, they can't predict that or make that happen for you. So we should just learn how to also keep ourselves clean, because this coronavirus has really taught us a big lesson on cleanliness, and I believe, like they say, cleanliness is next to godliness. We should try and make that thing happen for us, so we can all enjoy a better life. And I just want to say sorry to all the victims that got contracted by this virus, and we all pray that everybody is going to get healed and we can go back and do our duties. And to all the workers, people who have businesses here and there, I just want to tell you guys that we all hope that the system is going to come back to normal soon, then we can all live our normal lives. And I thank you all to my fans. I say I love you for supporting me till now.
Once again, I would like to give the president a thumbs up, for getting all the presidents worldwide to come together to fight this virus. Hopefully, we hope this virus goes out real soon and we can get back to our normal business. But, Shatta Wale, go feel come for Side TV. I mean, the fans want to know Shatta Wale Sarkodie. Sarkodie. They want to know what is actually happening between you and Shatta Wale. Sarkodie.
Oh, it's just showbiz. It's nothing personal, and I believe with the experience I have, there's no way I'm gonna have hatred for a brother like that. I know I've said a few things on radio that was trying to drive at what really brought our separation, but I'm his big brother, and if any which way, he should know that there is no hate, it's all love, but sometimes we should learn how to say sorry to each other and just move on. I don't have any problem with Sarkodie. It's just that business, it's business that made us separate. But if he will understand, from his points that it was business, and he can come out boldly to say, oh, it was business, that's why maybe I got pissed. I'll be happy, rather than for him and his fans thinking, I have some hatred for him, I don't like him. I still like him, I still listen to him.
Well, I spoke to him a few days ago on the Instagram Live, and he mentioned that everything is cool between you guys, but he just hasn't got in touch with you yet. But hopefully,
in touch, you shouldn't say in touch, say in touch. He has my number, he can get in touch with me, and that's what I'm saying. But he should understand that, it was business that brought that separation, because we always talk. We used to talk every day. You understand me? Yeah.
So let's make this clear. What do you want Sarkodie to do for you guys to come back together?
He should apologize for the business side, my business side. No, he shouldn't apologize for anything. But no, he should apologize for that business side. I just need him to just accept that, you know, that gloating that was supposed to make us get money, you know, he just really messed it up for both of us, and he shouldn't do that thing. He's my junior brother. I don't remember Bonnet.
That's well done. So you guys heard it from Shatta Wale himself. It's been an amazing time with him on Foresight TV. I mean, the Faith concert was amazing. The numbers were staggering. He's here today on Foresight TV with me. And Shatta Wale, before you go, your words to your fans watching you, what should they expect this Friday? I know you have an EP coming up this Friday. What else should they expect from Shatta Wale?
Well, they should expect my collaboration from Vibes Cartel. They should expect some good singles that I'm going to be dropping. You know, they should expect some good entertainment, you know, coming from me. And they should expect some, you know, little givings from my side, you know, because I'm still going to make sure with this coronavirus, I'm going to dash out a few things, mobile money, you know, bag of rice, you know, I'm going to, you know, do a few things online.
Actually, I have mine now, so I have my mask now, so it's your turn to get it.
So I love you all, and I just want you to stay safe. That's it.
That was my time with the most influential artist on Foresight TV Music Video Awards last year, an African dancehall king, you know, Shatta Wale. He kills it every time, giving us that jam. He just finished his Faith concert with everyone was wild. He's got amazing numbers on social media. We're always going to keep jamming to his songs, but I think it's just right. You know, we do back-to-back Shatta Wale songs on Foresight TV, Charlie. Allow me to get.
I trust you.
One time.
As you said it,
that's all, man. So enjoy some music coming from Dancehall King. The first song is going to be Check it out.